other than himself.
Oh, here we go. We are live. So we're now live streaming on YouTube. Okay, everybody, welcome to the onX live stream. We are here to announce the official winner of the onX Offroad Build Challenge. Joining me from South Dakota is Colt, bleeping Colt's on here, and Matt's over there filming that Smoky Mountain Jeep invasion. So hopefully he'll join us for a minute. So first of all, Colt, congratulations. You guys did it. You not only won the vote count when we closed voting, but you also won with your additional votes that you won on the competition. So was it scary near the end, or did you think you guys had it?
You know, I was, semi-stressing over it the whole time. I mean, I definitely want to go. So that was one thing. I really thought I tried to make a rig that everybody could relate to and not get crazy and not get out of anybody's realm of buildability. And I think it showed in the votes, and I really appreciate all the votes, everybody that came out and voted and did vote and voted regularly. Those guys, guys and gals are awesome. I'm super stoked on that. You guys are getting me to Ultimate Adventure. So I'm really, really happy about that. And then I'm glad it just performed well too. It performed great. So.
All right, so now we got Matt finally back on camera here. So Matt, so he's gonna opt to, there we go. There's Matt. Matt, he's out at Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. So Matt, you guys won. You're the winners of the onX Offroad Build Challenge. Are you excited to go on Ultimate Adventure?
Wait, what? We won?
Yes, you.
Hey, how's it going? We got some fans. Say hello to everybody. You're on the internet right now.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we're doing pictures. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we won. Yes. I'm glad. I'm so excited to do this. I've never wheeled. Wait, I can't tell where we're wheeling. So, but wherever we're going, it's going to be awesome, I bet.
All right. So Colt, the rig's at your place right now. So you are basically prepping it for this trip. What are you going to be? Are you changing anything, or what's your plan?
Not changing too much. I did add a few things. I got a hold of Off-Road Design. They got me a line lock for this thing, so I actually have a parking brake, or quote unquote parking brake for the back. And I changed out the rear leafs. If you remember, I just did an add a leaf, so I got a new leaf pack for the back too. So now I have new leafs all the way around. And then just a bunch of little stuff, little tweaks here and there, and just things to nothing major. I don't want to try to do anything major before this because we're leaving here pretty quick.
Now I watched the transition, and it was pretty funny because when we first did the first video and everyone saw the S10 stock form, there was a lot of haters on that it was basically a non-functioning four-wheel drive. Then when we visited you in South Dakota, people saw like, oh yeah, I see how it's being built. Then in Moab, the first wheel and trip video, but by the time we got to Montrose and people saw that thing in action, I would say the pendulum fully swung. I think that the majority of the people watching the videos were behind the S10.
Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, I had a vision. I know it's hard for people to see that vision that's in my head until I can put it on out in the wild. But yeah, I had a vision. I knew what it was capable of. I knew what we could build and make. It was just a matter of getting it from my head into reality.
So I guess probably, I know we kind of talked about this before, but so now you've built it, we're done the competition, and so now you're getting to go on UA. Do you have plans for the truck like after UA? Is it going to be, you're just going to add it to your collection of rigs, or what's the thought process on that?
Yeah, I plan on keeping it. I don't plan on throwing it away or nothing like that. I want to keep it. I want to use it. I want to camp in it and four-wheel in it. I'm sure that in Ultimate Adventure, Ultimate Adventure always has something really hard on the last day. So I know we're going to do some more stuff like we did in Montrose on the end of it, but I wanted to build it to be overbuilt for what I'm doing. When I get into buggy stuff, I have a Samurai buggy that I like to use for that and really beat on it. But I do have an entire another S10 in my yard that I had bought for even cheaper than I bought this one actually originally, and it's just sitting there. I'm gonna see how good or bad Ultimate Adventure ends up, and where this thing ends up by the time we get out of that week of fun.
If we took the budget out of it and took time out of it, and I just said, hey, you had a bunch of time and a bunch of money, what would you change on that S10 before you took it out the next time?
If there was no budget, I would have done links and coilovers for sure, and I would have done what I'll still probably end up doing, which is like an Off-Road Designs doubler or something like that. Use their Magnum box and do a doubler, just so that I could have front dig and different things. I mean, leaf springs are just a tried and true. They work. They're simple. You can put them on. You know, I wanted to build something. I have a ridiculous amount of hours tied up in this thing, but I wanted to build something that I could put together in the time frame I knew we had, and make sure that it was as 100% as it could be in that time frame.
There's you being an Ultimate Adventure super fan, you know what you have an idea as to what's coming down the pipe for you. Any worries at all about the trip that's coming up?
I mean, I guess the only concern I have is I keep hearing from all the cronies how fast Trent drives. So everybody talks about, you know, they say that, you know, the speed limit is, you got to be able to at least hold 65, but, you know, and it used to be even 55, if I remember right, even slower than that. And I think about the guys, you know, I mean, there used to be Samurais on there, and I own a lot of Samurais. Samurais can't even do 55, you know, maybe downhill in the wind. But, you know, so this thing will hold 65, no problem. But it, you know, I got it up to about 82 miles an hour. And I'm afraid if I could get it up to 88, I would literally go back in time. I don't know what happened. So I don't know what happened to this thing. But it runs good down the road. It runs fine down the road. But at 65, that's a good speed for it. I just don't know if it's going to be able to handle. If he is going 75, I'll probably be in the back of the pack.
I can attest to that fact that yes, ever since all of those guys got those Cummins R2.8s and Tremec 5 speeds in all their vehicles, their highway speed slowly increased over time to the point where, yeah, they're doing 75, 80 on the highway. So, but now with them coming to the East Coast, they may, with being a little bit more packed up, you may end up with more back roads and some better times. So you may luck out there. That'll be good.
Yeah, we'll figure out where they end up sending us. I'm excited either way. I'm just ready to go wheeling.
So now, so you know, we can't tell anybody because that's like an Ultimate Adventure rule. We're not allowed to tell where the end is, where the start is. But you're all revved up. You're ready to go on Ultimate Adventure. You obviously, for those that don't know, Ultimate Adventure has a start point and an end point, and you basically tow to either one, and then you begin the adventure. What's your plan? Is your plan to tow to the end or tow to the start?
I'm planning on towing to the end. So I want to tow out to the end of where, that's the only things you get to know, right? Is the start and the end. So I'm going to tow out to the end and then drive up to the start with this. And then Matt will meet me at the end, and we'll both actually drive up and then drive up to the start and then start working from there.
So I see Matt's now done schmoozing with his fans over there. So Matt, what are you looking forward to on Ultimate Adventure? Like, I know you've never been. I know you're not as much of a UA super fan as Colt is, but now that you got this out for you, is there anything you're super excited about doing?
I'm just looking forward to hanging out with my buddy Colt and doing some wheeling across some terrain that I've not wheeled before. And not looking forward to waking up that early in the morning, but maybe I'll start going to bed earlier. I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, you're not an early riser, so this is going to be hard for you, because I can tell you they're like wheels up 6:30 a.m. It's an early morning.
I know Colt's gonna have to shake me awake, but I usually wake up like around 9:30, 10, somewhere like that. And I think they're gonna want us to be up at 5, 6 o'clock hitting the trails. But I'll bring my pillow and I'll just sleep in the S10. Colt will allow.
So your plan is to passenger seat this whole trip, right?
Yeah, I'll just be passenger cruising along, having fun. I'll bring the tunes. I'll bring the tunes.
Oh, so now I need to know, any special outfit plans for UA? I know you brought the 80s outfits out for this trip. You got anything else up your sleeve for this trip for the Ultimate Adventure
Those
crowd?
those outfits are so expensive I can only afford one, so we'll still be bringing the 90s back. Those windbreakers are like 50, 60 bucks nowadays.
I think personally, see, I can't make Ultimate Adventure this year. I think you should break out the old Ian Johnson costume just one day, just for fun.
That requires me to shave my mustache, and it takes me a
I
while to
think
grow that back. I don't have
I
that
think
much hair.
no, you can just now you can leave the mustache. No one would know. I think if you did the work shirt with the chain and the hair, I think you'd be fine.
All right, I got to get the dye out again.
Oh, it's super exciting. So Colt, so I guess now you know you've won the competition. You're off the Ultimate Adventure. I know you've already thanked fans, but you know there's a lot of heated discussion in the comments about you know who should go, who shouldn't go. Everyone should go. Trust me, if everyone could go, I'm sure we'd love to let them go, but there has to be one winner. What do you have to say to your competitors now that he's taken the top slot?
Well, I'm sure that people would want me to just say, haha, but, but no, these guys are all my friends, and I just wanted to see everybody do good and wheel good, and, and bring what they, bring their A games, and, and I think everybody brought something solid. I mean, we all had good rigs, and everybody went well, and I'm just happy that we got the votes, and then turns out it ended up winning it in the competitions as well. So I think a lot of people, there was some people that didn't like the like changing a shock with one arm, which I actually thought it was pretty fun, but the changing a shock is a real thing. I mean, people have hit their shocks and broke shocks, and you have to change a shock. And actually a shock broke at the end of the last day. So not mine, but they I knew when Dave and Nate were coming with the Toyota, I knew it was going to be a solid rig. I mean, that, with 39-inch tires and Toyota axles, that's a lot of clearance. I mean, that's a lot of axle clearance, more than I got with 1-tons and 40s for sure. But I knew I had the strength and the weight. And then, Rudy and Janelle, I mean, Rudy's a heck of a fabricator, and at 23 years old, I mean, him and Janelle kicked butt. They did a great job for what, there's a couple things that, I did that, just kind of put me over the top. I feel, like welding my axle tubes up. I showed that in the videos for a reason, because I've been there. And, unfortunately that was the nail in the coffin on the rear end of the Ram Charger. But these guys did great. They all did great, and I think that they all deserve acknowledgement. I don't think anybody should hate on anybody else's rig, because I think everybody did awesome.
I think the cool thing is the rigs were so different. Like Nate essentially brought what I would call an overlander. It really was just a Toyota. It was pretty stock. And then Rudy brought like a full blown, like that thing was beautifully built, but it was a whole lot of stuff in the package, right? And then you guys came right up the middle with like silly, just basically tried true systems that work, done cheaply, nothing flashy, but it'll get the job done when you need it. That's what I liked about it. It was a good mix for everybody, I think.
Yeah, I wanted to, part of me did want to paint it, just because, the other two looked really nice on camera, and I did want to paint mine too. But at the same time, I thought it was kind of cool to keep the look of the truck and just not change it, and just let it be what it is, because paint doesn't get you down the road. So that was kind of what I wanted to stick with, was just being the simple, as simple as you can do but being built. I mean, it's built well, like it's strong, and it's got good parts, good guts.
Yeah.
But
so now, this year's done, let's do a little, let's talk a little bit about maybe some sneak peek next year stuff kind of thing. So,
All right.
there's rumors circling around that we might do this again. So if we do it again, similarly, let's start with Matt because we haven't been talking in very much. Matt, if we're doing this again, what do you think Bleep and Jeep should bring to the table vehicle wise?
Well, we tried the tried and true method. Next time we'll go the crazy method, something out of the box. How about that?
Oh, I like the sound of that. I like Matt thinking of the box. That could be kind of fun.
Colt's gonna be moving this year, so maybe I'll have to build this next one. My builds are always crazy. I don't know. I've heard rumors that somebody else is gonna pick the vehicle this time, so I don't know who's gonna be doing the picking.
Well, we'll talk about more of that. But if you had your choice, you said something crazy. Give me an example of something crazy.
Oh, I don't know, something that's not supposed to be off-road, like a car.
Oh, a car. Hey, maybe we should put a rule in place that next year it has to start as a non-off-road vehicle.
That's kind of how the S10 started, though.
Well, but that's because it was broken. It was supposed to be a four-wheel drive vehicle on day one.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's what Matt and I have been discussing it a little bit. We've been talking about wanting to build something a little different, like not just a little different, but a lot different, but also going kind of the other end. Let us open it up now and build something crazy and really, really fun.
Well, we could simply, add in some sort of prize for the most unique vehicle. That could be part of the package, right? Could be like votes for this, and then maybe you vote for who has the most unique vehicle, not necessarily who has the vehicle that they think is the best. Someone who's done the most unique build.
Let's do a Gambler 500 style build next. I think that would be cool. Except we need more than $500, I think.
You need more than $500. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, guys. Well, I think we're pretty much gonna wrap it up here. We've been talking for just about 20 minutes now, and I think we got all the things covered. We got the winner announced. You guys are headed to Ultimate Adventure. Any last thoughts, Matt? Anything else you got in your head you want to shout out there tonight?
Oh, I got to take myself on mute. It's loud out here. But no, thank you guys so much for voting for us. Thank you guys so much for watching. We couldn't have pulled off this without our super fans out there. And they're the ones that made it happen. They're the ones that made Colt's dream come true. And we're going to have a bunch of fun and try to share that fun with you guys.
Colt, what do you got, man? We're going to wrap it up here. What else you got to say for us tonight?
Well, I think Matt hit the nail on the head, man. I just want to thank everybody that went out and voted for us and for the other teams, man. I thank you guys for coming out and supporting us and supporting the channels and supporting all the videos and what we're doing and allowing us to do this and to continue to do it. So.
All right. Well, I think that's about it. That's kind of a wrap on the onX build series. We got one more video to do, though. We're going to be checking back in with Colt. He's actually going to, we're going to go and meet up with him and after Ultimate Adventure and get him and Matt's full debrief of UA and what it was like and how the truck did. So you'll see that here on the onX Offroad YouTube channel in the future. They obviously have to go on the trip first. I think it's important to say, special thanks to onX Maps for not only making this event possible, but for supporting all these competitors with not only the tools that they needed and the sponsorship money to make it happen, but also, basically reaching out, getting everybody together. They were the ones who dreamt up this idea and put us all in a box and said, make something fun. And that's what I think we did. I personally want to thank all the competitors. You guys did a great job on the road trip. Everyone had great spirits and, everyone did what they needed to do in order to basically prove that they earned a spot on Ultimate Adventure. And I want to say congratulations to Bleep and Jeep. You guys won. You guys tackled every challenge. You won where you needed to win. You built what you needed to build right. And you guys have definitely earned this in both the votes and then the challenge votes on top of your votes, put it right over the top. I think you're at like 57,000 total votes at this point. So you guys really killed it. So congratulations, guys. And I think that's a wrap. Cole, Matt, have fun on UA, and we'll see you when you get down the trip.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you.